One. Welcome, everybody, to the Steelers Dynasty podcast. We are doing something a little bit different. We got my special field correspondent, Shane Stommler. Shane's in the house. Shane, how you doing? And we also got overseas, the leader, the man from Steelers Nation, Australia. Mark is in the house. Mark, welcome to the show.
What's going on? How are we?
Oh, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Now, we're going to do something a little different. And everybody, you guys need to subscribe to Mark's channel, Steelers Nation Australia. So we got to get to, I'm trying to find the logo. And I don't know where the hell it's at. There it is. Oh, I'm dyslexic. There it is. Steelers Nation Australia. Right there. Boom. Little tech disappointment there on myself. I'm terribly getting it's late nights. But anyway, we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna do a little couple questions to add to the Steelers Dynasty podcast show. So we brought Mark on. We're gonna do it every Wednesdays after our show. We're gonna do a little recording. We just did his show, and we're trying just to come up with some stuff. So the question that we are gonna have tonight, guys, is who do you think in 2024 will be the Steelers MVP? I know it's a little hard question. I know training camp is around the corner, but we're just going to go ahead in time and see, in January who the people are picking in the locker room.
You guys still decide if you have it, because I'm going to go out on a limb here.
Well, you're up right now, so you go out on a limb.
I'm on three players. I'm tossing between three players. I don't know just yet.
And I'm going to tell you why I picked this one. So it's not Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson won't last the whole season. I think it's going to be Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields is going to come in.
Whoa. Justin Fields is going to be the MVP?
Yeah, I think he's going to
come. That's a candid take. The first time we did this, you went right off the damn chain. Jesus.
So Russell Wilson is going to carry the lunch bucket. Do a great job. But you understand the Steelers' schedule is probably the hardest schedule I have ever seen as an NFL fan. It is a gauntlet. So for him to make it the whole year through healthy, it's going to be a challenge. I think Fields comes in, makes a splash, keeps the ball rolling. They make it through that last leg of the season with a couple W's, make a run in the playoffs, and he's the MVP.
Okay. This has a lot of questions for me. My first question is, and I don't mind the idea of Justin Fields being MVP. It can be an idea. It can be a thing. When does he come in? What week? Because I feel like you need stats. You need some plays, and the team's got to buy into what you're selling. So Russell Wilson, does he just fan out after 3 weeks? What week does he start?
I think Russell's going to get hurt. I think he just does maybe fourth game. And then Fields comes in, gets the ship righted, and then his baby.
If he's hurt, then Fields comes in, and Tomlin says, well, the same thing like Rudolph. I'm going to go with Fields over Wilson the whole time.
And he rides him.
He's chucking TDs. He's running for 75 yards a game, running for TDs. And
I never would have thought that you picked it.
Neither I don't think
Jesus criminies. Like,
this is why you are subscribed to Steelers on your podcast, because you're like, holy smokes, that's a big one.
And I'm the host, and he smoked me.
Go.
But if he doesn't get hurt, there's more questions than I'm. More questions. If he doesn't get hurt, what week does he come in?
Like week 4 or 5, he's gonna.
So that means that Wilson has to struggle then to change over.
Struggle or Fields or Russell. I think Russell's going to get hurt. I think this is just a slobber knocker of a freaking season, and I just think it's going to be a rough go.
We're going to see quarterbacks, and we saw 3 last year. Like I said, Trubisky was awful. Rudolph saved the day, almost, got us to a playoff victory. Kenny Pickett was bad. Like I see it now with the Kenny Pickett goals. I was like, oh, he's fantastic. Right. Take them off. It was pretty terrible, So what about this then? Do you think that Justin Fields can win camp and be number 1 from the start, or no?
What about if that happens, Shane?
I don't think that's going to happen. I think because the way Tomlin does business, it's Russell Wilson's, because that was what they brought him in with. That, I don't think there's a competition. They say there's a competition at quarterback. I don't think there is. I think Fields is without the experience. I think if you line them up on paper, I think Fields would be a better quarterback. But Russell Wilson has the pedigree and has the Super Bowl trophy. But
So you're saying that? Oh, you go, Bubba.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Mark.
Well, I was going to say, you're saying that Fields are going to save the day if something happens, and then the next minute we're just going to go. The fan base will love Fields for going nuts out there.
The fans are.
We changed fast
at the end.
They change like the weather or somebody's underwear.
What's the switch? They wake up with Justin Fields. They take down they move their Fred Rogers poster over, and they move their Chuck Noll poster over and put up Justin Fields.
But Shane, if it doesn't go to your premonition at Game 4 and it doesn't happen, this MVP contest is shot out the door already.
Fields the MVP at the end of the season.
I know, but if Fields don't get in by the fourth game, he's got to get in by the fourth game to show anything, to get some stats, to have the players rally around him.
The players going to buy into him.
What he's selling. That's it. It's not about stats. It's about winning ball games. And if Fields comes in and he's the shit, they're going to vote for him.
He's gone very, very far left field, but there's a chance it could happen if he does get hurt. And then we have it's Fields or nothing, really.
Yeah, it's I mean, how can you not go with someone coming in and saving the day, righting the ship, keeping everybody rowing in the same direction?
And then if he plays well, the fan base and Steelers players locker room be like, "Whoa, he's pretty good."
You sign him. And then you sign him.
Exactly right. You sign him.
Wow, Shane, first time we ever did this, you come up with something just brutal.
Oh,
okay, Mark, who would your MVP for the 2024 season be? So starting as of right now.
Mine's a bit different to that, right? Not a Fields take, but I'm stuck between, I think, 3 players, and I'll name them after my number one guy MVP. I think it's going to be Jalen Warren, right? I love the player. I think that this year, like Shane said, it's physical, it's tough, it's running the football with Smitty. I think they're going to design plays to get him TDs and touches. He had last year 800 yards rushing. He'll get the ball more from checkdowns from Fields or Wilson, whoever's throwing the ball. He'll get more chances to carry the rock, and I think he'll be like Najee. Yeah, depends what Najee does too. But I feel, and this could be some controversy in the locker room, because maybe Najee will be pissed off if he doesn't wins MVP at the end of the year, right? And they choose Warren over him. But I think Warren's a player who could be that. He plays, he blocks like nothing else. He's a great runner. He can get the stats. He can help win games, and it's 1A, 1B. Now, I chose him because he's one of my favorite players on the team. And yes, maybe it could be Najee, but I feel like Warren's going to have a bit more splash plays at that position. The other 2 guys I was thinking was Pickens and TJ Watt. But I went back to Warren because this year in 2024, it's run the rock style. It's just run him over, hit him hard, and Warren's that guy. Like, he seems like the guy that the if we had a big season, maybe Najee goes, yeah, I helped out, but Warren's my mate, and we're all going to vote for Warren. I feel like he would love that attention. Warren, he's a selfless kind of player, and the team goes, it's because of you, Warren, why we had a great season, because of all the stuff you've been doing for us. That was my thought line.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to piggyback off of yours, and I'm going to have someone else. I'm going to say honorable mention, because he came from the Ravens, and I think Patrick Queen will have an excellent season for the Steelers and be covering at tight ends, making some tackles and making some big plays. So that could be very, very close. But for me, I'm going to piggyback off of what Mark said. I think Najee has something to prove. I think he's going to run the ball, and they're going to run constantly in this offense. So he, like I said on your show, matter of fact, where I said he's going to get the ball in the fourth quarter, he's going to run people into the ground, and he's going to make them salt. That's what the game that he played against Ben's last game, where they gave him the ball, he ate it up. 12, 13. He doesn't need the big splash touchdowns that Jalen's going to have, because Jalen is, boom, he's out the gate. He's speed, cutting the corners, and he's gone. It's just going to be his mauling, brawling techniques of running the ball, power football, and that he has something to prove. So when someone has something to prove, they do a lot more, and they go a little bit extra because he's pissed because he didn't get the contract extension, and nobody believed in him and didn't give him that money. So now he has to not say nothing. He has to prove it. So he'll prove it this year, and that will be my MVP, will be Najee Harris.
It's a good one too, because it just goes back to the run game as well, doesn't it? And that's what we're going to be doing, And also with the MVP, I think we've all chosen players that, like, for Najee, if the team gets around him, if he stiff arms someone or runs over a Raven or does something really crazy like that, the players vote for this, not the NFL, not the stupid Browns media.
Right.
The Steelers players vote for this. So if Najee does something like that day in, day out, or one big moment or 2 or 3 big moments where he wins the game or knocks over someone, that's going to gain the attention of the players and go, you know what? Najee was one of the best players, or the best player in our locker room to get MVP.
Yeah,
so
especially if he gets 12 to 16 touchdowns and goal line in a red zone, because that's what they're going to use this time. They're going to run him right down the throats of people. So in 1,200, 1,300 yards, 13, 14 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns, receiving, because he catches out of the backfield. So yeah, that'll be mine. So, okay, we're going to rehash it. Shane, who did you pick again?
Justin Fields. Now here's my backup. Okay.
Okay.
Because I think they're going to throw the ball out to Freiermuth. I think he's going to have a big year, but I wanted to be a little bit wild and just give you a.
You were wild on this one. Yeah.
Shock value. Yeah.
Yeah. You shocked it. You shocked it. All right. I almost fell off my goddamn chair here when you said it. So you picked Justin Fields. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You picked Justin Fields into the 4th game after the Russell Wilson getting injured. That's what Shane said. And Mark, you picked who?
Jalen Warren. Just from the play, I think players buy into what he's selling for the team. I think they rally around that mateship. That he's a football player, not just a running back. He's an overall football player. Wants to hit you hard. I think he's a guy.
And I picked his counterpart, Najee Harris. So that's who I picked. So we shall see in January where the 3 of us.
Nobody went defense, though. Interesting that nobody went defense. It's very, very intriguing how we didn't.
Yeah.
Well, I think TJ Watt's always going to be expected, but I think they got to shake the bag up a little bit. Yeah. So hopefully,
different year this year in our offense.
It's kind of hard when all of his he makes so many freaking spectacular plays. So
well, this is fun. We never done this before. So, and we're going to keep doing questions and comments like that in a short time of videos for the Steeler Dynasty podcast. Mark's always going to come on, and these are all going to be recorded. So you guys need to hit like and share, and you guys need to hit like and share on Steeler Nation Australia. Mark, why don't you talk a little bit about what you do on your show?
Yeah, so I run Steelers Nation Australia, pretty much talking Pittsburgh Steelers every single day. I'm just going to add one thing too that I just looked up as well. So in 2005, Casey Hampton and Hines Ward shared it. If you didn't know that, they shared the MVP. But I run the Steelers. I talk Steelers every day. I cannot get enough of it. I'm a massive fan. I can't wait for this season 2024. So Steelers Nation Oz on YouTube. We go live. I'm trying to get a bit of a schedule because my work's a bit everywhere at the moment, but we go live like twice a week. And then I'm actually coming to Pittsburgh in Christmas. So hopefully I can catch up with you fellas for a beer and see what I'm doing, a podcast or whatnot. But yeah, man, it's good fun. Stuff like this is awesome.
We're going to get the long snapper at training camp for you. That's
hopefully.
Our mission. That's the mission. So, everybody, please subscribe to Steelers Nation Australia. Please subscribe to Steelers Dynasty podcast. We're going to keep doing short videos like this, and hopefully it kicks off. So, you know what? Everybody have a great night, and we will see you guys on the flip side. Have a great night, everybody.
See you later.